Arsenal is taking on Nottingham Forest on Sunday. Sorry, tomorrow is going to be a Saturday. That's when Arsenal is taking Nottingham Forest. And Mikel Arteta has really gone ahead to hold his press conference today. And we now know who is out, who is in. And that's why we're here to bring you the match preview of this beautiful game of football. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, it's a Friday. I've come in late. I've been having visitors here. That's why I found myself in a situation not coming in early enough. But all in all, I'm here to bring you the beautiful game of football. Arsenal coming back to play away from home after losing 3-0 to Brighton, as Nottingham Forest found themselves playing their previous game, drawing 2-2 with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. But tomorrow, that is Saturday, they are going to be playing against Arsenal on the City ground, and Arsenal is really charged and they want to find themselves back to winning ways. Who is out for Arsenal? Zinchenko is really out until the end of the season. Gabriel Martinelli has also been confirmed that his season is out until the end of the season. Then William Saliba is another one that is not going to return, and Tomiyasu. Those are the four players, I think, that are really out of the Arsenal squad. And I think David Austin was slated over the weekend when Arsenal website released photos of Zinchenko taking part into the training session of Arsenal. Yet he had really gone ahead to really give us an update about the player, the names of Zinchenko, known to returning until the end of the season. But today, Arteta has confirmed to us that Zinchenko is out until the end of the season, meaning that Kieran Tierney is going to be playing the left back of Arsenal for the remaining 2 games. Arsenal went ahead to really hand the trophy over to Man City by giving out a 3-0 loss to Brighton, and they found themselves in a situation of really being able to really give the trophy to a side known as Man City. When you look at Nottingham Forest, for them, they are still fighting for their stay in the Premier League, having 34 points, 3 points off the 18th place team onto the table. So it shows you that they need to really get a point or really go ahead and really play Arsenal and really win against them. It's going to be a very hardly fought game 4, and Arsenal need to know that if at all they don't really get 3 points against Nottingham Forest, they would have gone ahead to give Man City a trophy before even they play Chelsea on Sunday. That is it. So Arsenal is really being coached by Mikel Arteta, and they've gone ahead to admit that the trophy is done, though mathematically it's still up for grabs. But we all know that City is just going to go ahead and really seal it off over the weekend. Now, let's see who is Mikel Arteta going to front into his starting 11. They take on a side known as Nottingham away from home. Nottingham is a team that has been really hard to beat at the City ground. That's it. They've gone ahead to really shock teams like Man City 1-1. They beat Liverpool by 1-0. They do the Chelsea 1-1. I think even they beat Spurs there, and I think it's United that's gone ahead to beat them by 2-0, meaning that Arsenal has the potential to go outside there and really get back to winning ways. To see to it that they really chase onto their target of hitting close to 87 points, because they can only hit 87 points right now as maximum after losing those 3 points to Brighton. In goal, I expect Aaron Ramsdale to start in the goal of Arsenal, having been given a new contract and has gone ahead to show his potential at Arsenal. I think Mikel Arteta is going to tell him to be in goal as they take on Nottingham Forest. 14 clean sheets kept by Aaron Ramsdale this season in the Premier League, and you have to know that most of the clean sheets has gone ahead to keep. He has kept them away from home, and they are 10 in number. At Emirates, he has gone ahead to keep only 5, but away from home, he has gone ahead to keep 5 clean sheets. That is Aaron Ramsdale for you. So we go to the right back of Arsenal. Obviously, the only option they have that can really do that job perfectly is Ben White. But Ben White had a very bad day against Mitoma of Brighton. Every time Mitoma came onto this player, he just went past Ben White. So Ben White really had a very horrific evening, but you all know that Mitoma has only been stopped by one player known as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and we are not shocked with how he went ahead to really expose Ben White. The left back position, I think Kientien is returning to start onto the left back position of Arsenal. Reason being Zinchenko is out until the end of the season. So Kientien comes in through to really give some little bit of solidity onto the left back position of Arsenal. Central defense, amid him being the reason as to why Arsenal conceded the first goal, I think Jakub Kivio is going to be brought back to play onto the right side of the central defense. And on the left side of the central defense, it's Gabriel Magalhaes, a man who has not gone ahead to miss out on a game of the Premier League as far as Arsenal is really concerned in this season of 2022-2023. So that is the back five of Arsenal. No changes are going to be made, and I think it's going to stay constant on the team that played against Brighton last Sunday. In the central midfield, I believe it's going to be Jorginho returning into the central defensive midfield area. Though Thomas Partey was really brought on and played some 30 minutes in the game of Brighton, but I think Jorginho still holds a lot of high esteem into the team of Arsenal into the final band of the season. Then Odegaard Martin, I think he's going to come in through and really start. He needs to rediscover himself. This is the perfect game for him to go out and really score goals and get back to winning ways and lead the team to where it's supposed to be. That is Martin Odegaard for you. Then on the other side, I think it's going to be Granit Xhaka. Amidst all the rumors that he has gone ahead to really agree a deal to join Bayern Leverkusen and he wants out of Arsenal. He has to get the season done. And how do you get the season done? Starting this game. But we might find Mikel bringing in Fabio Vieira or Emily Smith Rowe. My mind is telling me that one of those might start tomorrow. That's it. And Teta might really find a space to really field them to go on and really play the beautiful game of football for Arsenal. The right forward, I think it's going to be Bukayo Saka playing as a right forward for the team of Arsenal, and obviously he's really going to be doing the needful. Having played the last 10 games that has been looking horrible, this is a game that maybe Saka has to find his scoring boots again and assist. Do you know why? His season has always been built onto assists and goals. If he does neither of the two, he's not noticed on the field of play. That is Saka for you, and that's what we always call in for him to come out and really become a more unpredictable player in his game, or add more ingredients and minerals to his beautiful game of football. Now, with Martinelli injured and out of the season, that gives Trossard Leandro an allowance to come in through and obviously prove to us that he still has more left in his tank to really lead Arsenal to where they are supposed to be. Then Gabriel Jesus obviously leading the line for Arsenal. So that is the starting 11 of Arsenal in a system of 4-3-3 that we expect Mikel Arteta to go on and really bring on as they talk on a team known as Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest is fighting for their life to stay in the Premier League. If they happen to get a win against Arsenal tomorrow, they would have gone ahead to find themselves safe, and they wouldn't like to really lose, because the last game they are playing it away from home against Crystal Palace, and Arsenal is hosting Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Emirates in their final game. So Arteta needs to find himself back to winning ways, and his army needs to come out and obviously do lots of wonders for the manager of Arsenal. Now, let's go through a little bit these Google head-to-head that they've gone ahead to provide to us. Nottingham Forest have won just 2 of their last 10 home league games against Arsenal. You know, they've drawn 1 and lost 7, with this the first time they are hosting them in the Premier League since a 1-0 loss in January of 1999. So even this season at Emirates, it really looked nasty. Arsenal beat Nottingham by 5-1. Remember, in that game, Bukayo Saka played only 27 minutes, and Reece Nelson came on through and scored a brace and really put in an assist. So it shows you that Arsenal are really having an upper hand in this beautiful game. Arsenal won 5-0 against Nottingham Forest in the reverse fixture at Emirates this season. Only once have they done the Premier League double over Nottingham Forest, doing so in 1998 to 1999. So Arsenal just won a double against Nottingham once, meaning that they need to really get themselves back to where they're supposed to be and obviously get a double from this Nottingham side. Though at home, Nottingham is really a hard nut to crack. Arsenal have won their last 4 Premier League games against Nottingham Forest. They've never won 5 in a row against them in their league history. So that's another one that you need to really put into the back of your mind. And then second, lastly, though they haven't beaten Arsenal at home in the league since December 1996, Nottingham have won their last 2 meetings with the Gunners at the City Ground, winning FA Cup ties in 2018 and 2022. They last won 3 in a row against them between 1984 and 1986. The last time they played them at City Ground, I think Arsenal lost in the FA Cup by 1-0. Nottingham Forest have only lost their final home game in one of their last 8 top flight seasons, 5 wins and 2 draws. This defeat came against Sheffield United in 1992-1993 with a 2-0 loss, confirming their relegation from the Premier League. So that's what is really happening down at a side known as Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, and we expect the best to come in from Mikel Arteta and his entire team. So guys, my prediction, I'm going for a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Close win, because I know Nottingham will put up a fight against Arsenal, and Arsenal needs to raise themselves to the levels that they really did when they are playing Newcastle to go on and really win that game, because I think it's better for Arsenal to win the remaining 2 games, because they would have taken their tally to 87 from 68 points that Arsenal had the entire of last season to 87. That will be something great for a team of Arsenal, and maybe they can build onto that and get in what we call more points next season. So your predictions to this game of football are welcome in the comment section below. I go by the names of Rokani David. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm out.